I've worked with Dave, great guy, and we kind of knew before anybody else that he was getting the job.
That's right, because Susan Waldman's doctor
when he took
called
the
us
job,
in.
we celebrated it. So we said
Had
a
him in here.
lot of really great things about Mr. Dave Sims.
Had him in the studio, remember?
We love Dave Sims, but I'm going to call it out as I see it. I mean, he just got started as the Yankee announcer, and he's 40 games into his career as the Yankee announcer. He decided to take off.
Yeah, I think that would be the bigger point if I'm just evaluating this from the outside.
No, you're not on the outside. You're on the inside.
No, well, what I'm doing here is like there's many times that I'll go all in and then you kind of skirt on the outside. So now the shoe's on the other foot. So what I'm doing here is, just to point out, I think what Boomer's saying, even though I don't, necessarily agree with him, I really don't have an opinion on this particular situation.
Yeah, you do.
But no, not really. I'm not as invested as you are in it. But it seems to me that's the point. Yes, other broadcasters take off, but it's just when you're replacing John Sterling, first year, second month doing it, everybody's healthy. Why the weekend off?
Well, I mean, look, it's just if he had been here as long as John Sterling had been here and John wanted to take a weekend off later on in his career, totally acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. I mean, maybe he had this deal done with maybe it's in his contract.
What, to take off a weekend in May?
Maybe he saw where the Yankees were.
Yeah.
And, he said, look, they're going from Sacramento to Seattle. I'll take that weekend off when they're in Sacramento. This way I can have a whole week in Seattle. Maybe that's the way it worked. So I don't know. That could be in his contract. I just found it to be very interesting that, 40 games in, like we're already taking a weekend off. I'm sorry. That's just my sense.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is from, trying to build a radio show here with Craig. And I would fly to Monday night games and fly back in the middle of the night to be here in studio with Craig.
Yeah.
Especially when we were being simulcast.
Yeah.
And that's, I try to do the same thing with you as well and have done the same thing with you as well.
Absolutely. 100%.
So, I take time off. I understand that, but
it's the uniqueness of the just taking the job how early in the season. That I think is what your point is.
And it's the Yankees, for God's sake. It's not, you're not doing the Sacramento A's that nobody's listening.
I'm sure you heard Boomer Esiason being kind of critical when you took a few days off to spend some time back in Seattle. I think that was back in May. And look, to be fair, Boomer, he wasn't saying that you can't take vacation, but he definitely was critical of the timing of it. What did you hear those comments? Did it bother you at all?
Yeah, it wasn't, people in our business, in this line of the business, take time off. I have a son in Seattle. And then with the 3 games I blew off were in Sacramento. If you look at the schedules of just about every broadcaster in the major leagues, they take time off. And it's not like I took time off Labor Day in the middle of the pennant race. It was May, almost middle May. And I wanted to see my son, and it was the only time we were going to be going out west. And we had some things we had to, had to take to him, yada, yada, yada. And I was going to make my wife do that. Radio station said, fine, you got X amount of days off. Those are some of the days you want to take off. Hey, you're good. We got you covered. Don't worry about it. Safe travels.
Like I said, when I said what I said, the precursor was unless there's something major going on that I don't know about, meaning a family issue.
Right.
Which then now he's opened up and said, yes, we had a family issue.
Yeah. Yeah, yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
Right. Okay. No, I mean, it's covered. You don't have to explain yourself to me.
But the point being is that the guy that he replaced never took off. That's the point.
Part of the point, yeah. It was also like you just started type of thing,
Right.
There was that.
And you're replacing a guy who never took off, man. And he was. It's almost impossible to replace that guy.
Yeah. Well, we know. Yeah.
Yeah. And we said that it was going to be tough.
Indeed. So you think it's tough? You think it's still tough? You think he's doing a good job?
I don't really hear them that much.
Oh, okay.
Yada, yada, yada. Hope you enjoyed taking off all of July, Boomer, you meathead. Hey, now. Superman was terrible. Suck it, Boomer.
Wow, Dave. Wow, man. You got to tell you what, he is on the ball.
Unbelievable. A little assist from Izzo. Of course we know. Good job, Tom. But, by the way,
that is not the real Dave Sims. That is AI Dave Sims, and anything that says AI Dave Sims says, we cannot be emotionally or physically or legally responsible for anything, so don't sue us.